It's funny that this problem comes up. I was talking about technical difficulties. Oh, wait. Tiff can hear us all of a sudden. Can you guys hear it? Woo!
And all of
I hear Vitos.
all the tracks. I guess because the tracks were down. All right. Let's do this again. One more time with feeling. Wait, hold on.
All right.
Wait, just a freaking minute. That sucked. That so sucked horribly. Hold on a second. And we are live.
All right. What is up, beautiful people? It's your Wolf Brother, Mythos Kishonada, and this is...
I'm free. Just free.
All right, guys. So, ironically, the audio issue happened while I was apologizing for our previous technical difficulties. So I'm going to give a continuing apology for continuing technical difficulties.
And I wish I continue to apologize for my voice. Brian.
Oh, man.
Dirk.
I also hear that annoying voice of Freak, too. That's funny. I don't know what happened, guys.
You want to hear the most
this was
annoying
like
sound in
a
the world?
litany of technical difficulties. Like, I had to restart my computer, and then he had to restart his computer, and then we had a bunch of stuff go down in OBS. Then we had an entirely wrong list. Then we had a bunch of stuff in our OBS, a bunch of scenes or parts of scenes that were not in the list.
We hate life right now. Just saying.
And then, of course, the audio issues. So there was like 10 different technical issues we had all at once. And, you know, you're right to blame me, Big D, because it's funny because when I'm at work, I'm kind of sort of the technical guy. But when I get to my group of friends who actually know what they're talking about, they all agree that I'm Dr. Grant, right? And technology just kind of breaks around me. So I'm hoping that one day I'll find out I'm a wizard like Dresden, and that's why computers mess up around me.
We're withered, Harry.
So it's good to see you guys, though. It's really good to see you guys. And actually, I've had a really tough week, and I've honestly been waiting for this all week. And with that, we're going to go into our hobby update. Freak, what you got for a poke chop, baby?
Oh, my God.
And while he's answering that, guys, let us know what you've been working on this week, because, like I said, I could really use some hobby love right now. Let me know what you're doing, because, I don't know, kind of talking more hobby, definitely. You meant nudes. I got to go scroll back up. But talking some shop, talking some hobby with you guys is definitely going to help me chill out.
Yeah, so I got to throw some extra
Give me the tea and the little
Unimus on these riders here. I have to do a little more of the touch-ups, a little more details, and they're looking pretty good. So I actually started doing a little studying, a little homework, and learning a little bit more about glazing and wet blending. I know it's going to be a shock to you guys, never done it, ever. So I started checking out these videos from Vince Venturella, Ace Ventura. Oh, righty then. So I was watching a couple of his videos on
just out of
wet
curiosity, when you were watching these, did you realize that's the same Vince Venturella that we featured on Art of the Week before?
Yeah, I know who he was.
Okay.
I just never seen his videos. I mean, maybe you have. I think, I was like, oh, well, I don't need to see his videos. I'm okay. So yeah.
I know somebody who constantly sings praises of his videos is a friend of the show, Brother Rob, over at the TMP.
Yeah.
Friend of Mr. Venturella, and I think he's probably his number one fan.
Yeah.
But
so
definitely tell he learns from them.
And so here's the thing. A lot of the work that I do is all airbrush, right? And I do a lot of I just started doing the non-metallic look for minis using airbrush, but there's a lot more that you can do with wet blending and glazing. And so I was checking out the videos. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like a whole new world for me. So I decided to play around a little bit with the wet blending, and I'm like, just to add a little more depth to what I've already done with this with these minis. I was like, man, it really makes such a difference. So at some point I'm going to go ahead and put out some pics of it, but you can see some really nice transition you know from on the legs and on little highlights and stuff. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. So I'm still new at it, so that's why I'm experimenting on these guys, because these are my first Space Wolves that I'm working on. I don't want them to be the eggshell, right? The Easter egg looking colors, but I also don't want them so freaking blue that hey, those look like ultras. No, they're not freaking ultras. Okay? Ultras are bad, okay? So
hey.
They're not ultras.
Person, I have real feelings and stuff like that.
Are you triggered? Do you feel triggered, Matos? Do you feel triggered? So anyway, so that's what I've been working on, is putting the little details on these guys. I'm doing the light gold for the metallic on the backpack, right, on the exhaust, and I think it's turning out pretty cool. Anyway, I like how it's turning out, and so I'm just gonna do a little more. I'm gonna be working more on the glazing, or wet blending rather, to kind of make those highlights pop a little more. So we'll see what happens. How about you, man? What you been working on?
Before we get to me, I just want to give a few shout outs to the chat. Archer says, why don't you do them like the dark gray, like 30K Wolves? He actually does want the bluish color of traditional 40K Space Wolves. He just doesn't want them like most people paint them, in that really almost Easter egg light blue.
Right. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. If you look at that bright sky blue, grayish, it does look like an Easter egg, because it's almost that flat blue.
Cake just that color, yes.
Exactly, yeah. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get up to some hints of that, which is the reason why I'm working with the glazing, or the wet blending rather, so I can work up to some of those notes, that kind of blue-gray note, but still having a nice dark blue shade in the recesses, which I think would work out really nice. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's just not gonna cooperate now, is it? No, it's not. It's just like, no, well, there it goes. It's doing something there. Yeah, so anyway, you can kind of see some of it. Anywho, so just a little more work. But yeah.
Next shout out. Welcome back, Inquisitor. Missed you in the chat last week, my brother. And it's good to have you back, already trolling along this week. Archer had to troll us all by himself last week.
Yeah. Because
that's not true. Mike and Brian jumped in. There was definitely no lack of trolling last week.
No, we had plenty of trolling going on. They kept the fire burning for you, Zane. Yeah. The torch was alive and well.
But seriously, we missed you, my man. Welcome back.
Our aim is bound to improve.
You didn't have to.
What?
An hour until the wedding starts. That's awesome. Definitely give my best to STEM, my man.
Oh, wow.
Actually, I need to remember to post up a congrats again and whatnot when we get out of chat here. Because the wedding will be over by the time we get out of chat. That's pretty awesome.
Ooh, wow.
Well, at least, like the initial ceremony part. That's awesome, though. So
are they going to have a traditional Korean? It's going to be a traditional Korean wedding, or is it going to be?
Yep, traditional Korean.
Nice.
I got to show you a picture of her in her traditional Korean
that's gonna be
wedding gown and whatnot. So, guys, shout out to a little sister of our group here on the channel. I've got a group of about 20-ish of my best friends. We call them the family, and one of the little sisters of the group is getting married in just about an hour. So I'm super impressed. We all have teased her for many years because it goes with little sister types of different groups and stuff like that. You always give them a little bit of a razzing or a teasing. I mean, super duper props. I mean, she decided she wanted to, eventually move to Korea and live a Korean lifestyle and stuff like that. And then she did. I mean, she just up and got it accomplished, moved over to Korea, learned to speak the language. She's actually going to college in Korean right
That's
now.
so cool.
And just because she was interested in their people and their culture and everything like that, and she decided she was going to make it happen. And yeah, she moved to a foreign country and got, you know, steeped in their culture and in their language. And I think that's amazing. And now she's having a traditional Korean wedding over there. It's amazing.
Yep.
So really big props, and definitely congrats to my sister Stem,
Awesome.
which is actually Roxas's sister Stem, but Roxas is a brother from another anyway. So, you know.
Indeed. Oh, something that I had done this week. Guys, what do you think about the new update on the overlay? Remember the live chat was kind of purplish, and at the very top where it says live chat, it used to be yellow, and now we've got some nice little things at the bottom, you know, to kind of show where we kind of put our fingers and all, you know. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, the YouTubes, and Patreon. Anyway, I thought it looked pretty cool.
I like it. It looks so serious. So I really love the borders around our pictures too.
Yeah, it definitely separates us. You know, it shows what we where our alliances are.
X Gear Commander, good to see you. And we'll have to pull up while we're doing Art of the Week. I'll pull up pictures of Big D's finished Armies on Parade board, so we can introduce that into into our Art of the Week. Lyrics from Gangnam Style. I love that song.
I do too. But you played it for my daughter's wedding. It's all the Korean, huh? I know. I said we played that for my daughter's wedding, Christina's wedding. Yeah,
Nina, awesome.
Nina Chick. Yeah.
I love that song. Gosh, it used to be like the group thing to like start doing that dance somewhere, public parking lots and stuff like that when we'd be going out to dinner and stuff like that. Good times. We haven't done that in forever. Mostly because I think the song died.
Yeah, I like the song though.
But
oh man, that baby's not having it today.
Got to bother Gamecraft Dragon on Tuesday, so I got a live streaming in for the week and some trolling. I know if you don't get it enough, my man, it's like having a vitamin deficiency for you, my man. So
or constipation.
And really, I appreciate you going on over to Big D's channel and showing some love on his live stream too.
Really actually, I got a chance to go say hi to Big D.
Some of it. I got quite about. Yeah, that was cool. And actually, I'm sure it might have been a little confusing on the receiving end, but it was cool to have me and Freak in the same chat, you know, chatting along with the live stream.
Yeah.
And then, of course, some of our regular fam from here, like Brian, Mike, and Zane in the chat as well. That was pretty cool. We all showed up to represent. So cool.
It got a little interesting.
You guys in the GCD live stream in the future.
Yeah, it got a little interesting on the GCD live stream towards the end, and you know. There was a lot of brush licking going on. And at first we're thinking...
You're a mess, my man.
It's like, what is going on?
I still need to finish the episode myself.
Oh, you need to go check it out, dude. It was great. It was amazing. All right, man. Take care, buddy.
Later, Roxas. Give her my love. That's awesome.
And yeah, Inquisitor Zane, definitely, we both got reasons to say moist. So it was actually a very good stream. So, and we got all of our sodium straight from Big D. He was.
I don't even know if I'm going to be able to be salty tonight. I might have already had it expended.
I think he was able to absorb all of the salt from the air, you know. And just accumulate it.
Although I have to say, I appreciate the shout out. In reference to being salty, we got to give a shout out to Wolf Brother Mythos.
This is true. You are the king of salt.
Apparently.
Indeed.
That's awesome. Dude, he was on that live stream with a capital S. When X-Gear Commander says, when isn't there some brush licking? That's true. That's true. There should always be some good brush licking somewhere. Um, yeah, yeah. Uh, Daddy's a pretty good one. Lady Dragon is naughty. I love her. Well, I think we all saw that one coming. All right, so hobby update for me. I did a little more work on the Xiphon Interceptor here. Got some more colors down on it, but man, it is like doing. I was really worried about doing the airbrushing and getting my highlights and shades right. Man, that is definitely not the slow burn. The rest of the slow burn is picking out all the deals and then trying not to spoil my white paint job. So slow burn, but I've been at it, and I've gotten quite a bit of hobby stuff done this week. Because like I had a short week. I took a couple days off work Thursday and Friday because my girls are out of school this week. But at the same time, the first part of the week was like stressful as hell. So when I stress, there are three things I want to do. I want to vape a lot. I want to eat the greasiest cheeseburger I can because that's usually my comfort food. But my pancreas was acting up this week, so I couldn't do that. And then I want to do some painting, and that kind of helps me de-stress. And so since I need to buy new vape or a new battery for my vape, and of course I couldn't have the cheeseburger. It was really just painting. And so those other couple days where I wasn't working, and even on Wednesday before and after work, lots of painting. So I got some work done on the Xiphon Interceptor. Like I said, I got all the conversion bits done for my con. He is ready to start painting. And if it hadn't been raining when I got up this morning, I would have already primed the con and got started. Plus, I was feeling a little lazy and honestly just messed around on the PlayStation for a little while. But as soon as he gets primed up, I'm ready to kick out the airbrush and start getting some my formula for white armor down on my con, and then go to town. He's going to have some energy effects and stuff like that. Of course, I got to do some triangles for his trial markings and stuff like that. So lots of painting. And then on top of that, I've got a special project for a friend I'm working on, a little surprise. I got a whole Space Wolf figure done. A larger specialty figure, got it all done in one day. So that was kind of cool. And I did a little bit of stuff for Patreon. And I've got a tutorial I've got to finish cranking out for that. So actually, there's been lots of hobby this week for me. And damn it, I knew I was going to get some of that Nuln Oil, a stray mark somewhere. God damn it. Oh, man. Oh, Nuln Oil on a white paint job. It's frustrating shit. All right, let's see. Sorry, Mythos, can you repeat what you said? Busy chatting. I have no idea how far back I should go. Let's see. After finding Big D on here, I'll do my best to not miss a live stream or any vids from him. That's awesome. He's got great content, man. I don't blame you a bit. Keep up that awesomeness. There was purple veins popping on Big D's forehead. Yeah, the salt was serious there. But he had a good point. Yeah, I mean, he absolutely made good points for sure. And that's, when you have some validity to your point and you're salty about it, that's when the real salt comes out, that knowledge and confidence that you right. The model you posted on Patreon today looks awesome, by the way. Thank you very much, Zane, my man. You mean the Scar model or the Space Wolf one? Because I posted one up late last night and then one earlier today. Cancer vaping. Actually, a lot of the stuff you read is hype. The cancer studies only come from instances where it's not properly filtered, right, and they're burning at above 100 degrees or 100 watts. yeah, it's mostly people who do the great big like giant pillows of competition levels of clouds puffing and stuff like that. People who are really going over the top, and it's like that when you go over the top for any vice. People who drink too much, people who smoke too much, those people who are cranking out the big clouds of vaping are the people who get the cancer. So, let's see. Big D, you calm, bro? Mike, I had 3 big greasy burgers, bacon cheeseburgers for you, Mythos. I appreciate that, my man. I felt my stress relieving somewhere. Sorry, Mythos. Can you repeat what you said? Fixed it during Frost and Fist live stream where I realized I didn't have notifications on. Nice. It was a joke, Mythos. A joke. So what is the freak doing? What is the freak doing right now?
I'm actually considering just keep working on the wet blending on this.
Oh, also illegally vaping cartridges with THC, of course.
Yeah,
good point, Darklight. Good point. Yeah, and yes, there are competitions for vape clouds. The bigger the cloud, the more dense the cloud. Judges rate that kind of stuff.
And the more cancer.
What did you win this competition for?
Cancer.
So, yeah, you can do too much of anything.
Nonsense. Darklight Dreamer.
Look at Smokehouse one day. That's what doing to lungs. Sorry, not with it. Have enough problems. Don't need that. Thanks, but no thanks. Hey man, I ain't trying to push it on you. I'm just saying that the studies show that people make a bigger deal out of it than
I am. You need a vape. Matter of fact, we'll wait right here. Go run out and get you one.
People who do too much. Anyways, it's the people who do too much that really bring on the problems. And again, that comes from everything. People who drink too much, they're going to have problems. People who take too many pain pills, like this guy, going to have problems. People who eat too many thick in moderation, is going to be better than anything that you overdo it on. So, I mean, it's a pick your poison kind of deal, right? Cigars or alcohol are ex-Gear Commander's poisons. And man, definitely, he definitely has a certain style about it. I like checking out your Facebook videos and where you've got, or your Facebook videos where you're toking the cigars and having a drink. It looks real classy, my man. People who lick too many brushes, right? Absolutely. Especially if you don't get those brushes checked out. If you lick too many brushes, I mean, you never know what you could catch. Anyways,
clap.
Mythos, she left the GCG live stream. Freak and I was all like, I'm still here. And the reaction was like, oh, the other one's here. Freak got oofed. Speaking of vaping, I'm going for a smoke. Clay Dog, good to see you, my man. I know you popped in a few minutes ago and I just got to chat.
Clay Dog.
Good to see you, my man. That's why I smoke weed. It's good for you.
We don't.
I'm not sure. We're not on the condoning of that. I'm going to go back to my statement about pick your poisons, right? Everything's bad for you in excess. Pick your poison.
Whatever. Anyway.
So we asked what other people are doing for their hobby, and Gamecraft Dragon just finished up his eliminators. That's pretty cool. I need to paint up my eliminators at some point. I got Shadow Spear, and those models were one of the big reasons. Where did I put my alcohol? Those models are one of the reasons I picked up that set, and I have yet to crack it open. Seriously, I had a massive bottle of alcohol here.
Big crack. You don't condone that either, Mythos.
Show off track, quick, derailed. Sorry, we love you too, Freak. Oh, it's the other Frosted Fist guy.
Yeah, that guy.
There's actually a couple of us. In addition to Frosted Fist, let's not forget Chaplain Emo.
Right.
Holy shitesen!
What did you do?
I must have gotten Null on my glove, and I got
Oh no.
spots on my beautiful white paint job, but it seems to be coming off okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wolf Brother Mythos is rolling ones today.
I am, man. I've rolled so many ones today. All right. So now I'm derailed again. So we got Chaplain Emo, we got Bubba with his Into Cheap Drunk Angels army.
Indeed.
So there's a few of us here. So, anyways, let's see. Lady D says hi to everyone. She's already in bed with her bad back.
Oh man.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Hope you get to feeling better.
Much love from the Frost and Fist, as always. And from the Moist Inquisitor Zane.
Speaking of Inquisitor Zane, he may be less moist today. We got news that Chaplain Emo is not available for his scheduled appearance tonight.
Yeah, I think he's sick. Not doing too well. Yeah, we try to get him and try to get him out of bed. He just wouldn't. He's just so depressed. I don't know what his deal is.
So emo,
right?
Hey y'all, I'm liking the new blue and yellow borders, Nina. And that brings me up to my last update. Is we had an amazing D&D game last night.
Oh my gosh. Who's the best? Fantastic.
Well, technically, so are hops, so is wheat, so are potatoes, but alcohol will kill you just as fast as anything else, Mike. So that's not really. There are plenty of plants out there that can kill you. Let's also look at nightshade. So not everything that's a plant that's good for you.
Catnip.
Stay away from the purple spotted mushrooms. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot of ones being rolled here. Playdog broke his airbrush, so he borrowed his son's airbrush, and then his compressor crapped out on him.
He says, no!
Ones. Dude, next subject. Move on. Re-roll. Anyways, we had an awesome D&D game last night. It was so great. So we're back on, and I'm going to continue the story. I like to keep doing these updates during the live chat. So when we last left in our Final Fantasy campaign, where we last left our heroes, we had just finished out clearing out this lizard temple, right, where they were trying to summon a dark lizard god, their deity, and we killed them all. We looted the place. And the young adventurer that we were sent there to rescue wasn't there, nowhere in sight. So we went back to where we last found the scrap of cloth that was showing where he might be hiding. And the trail actually went in the opposite direction of the temple at one point, but because of our perception checks and, of course, the added difficulty of trying to follow a trail in the middle of the night, the previous night, we didn't notice that there was a split path where the boys' path continued on. So finding the new trail, we continued on there, and we came to a spot where Freak ended up hearing a large rustle in the bushes. And we went through the bushes to try and see what it was. And there was this huge, huge wooden barrier all across the path with no way around. Massive, massive. So we all rolled stealth. We all believed ourselves to be stealthed. Only Nina and I were stealthed. So we got up there, and the intro for the live stream, you better get out of and you better get out of bed and give me some motivation, because you did just say he would be on tonight. Well, we can try and rouse Chaplain Emo, but I just don't know if he's feeling the will of the Emperor tonight. Brian says, Inquisitor Zane, you mad, bro? Was Nina Chick the one that sucks at Bigfoot? or did she have big feet? I forgot the story.
Okay, just to be fair, Nina Chick, if you're still on, I was telling everybody about our game at Bigfoot and how bad we were, and how it was one instance where
he said it was all you.
Wait, whoa, whoa.
I'll never listen to her again when it comes to hunting Bigfoot. He gets it. If you guys are lost in the woods, don't listen to Nina.
Wow. Got thrown under that bus.
You don't believe me? Go back and check 2 live streams ago.
Oh my God. Bro, you are messy.
Who's messy? Who's messy? I don't know what happened.
You are so messy. Oh my gosh.
2 live streams go, Nina. 2 live streams go.
Wow.
I just, it's not that I'm trying to rat you out, Freak. It's just that she's my friend too. So I got to play both sides here.
Wow. That's some
Oh crap, foot fetish is now the topic. By the way, I meant to when I was doing my shout outs earlier, I meant to capture something that Brian said. He said that his wife came in and said, "Are you watching those 2 guys that play with minis?" Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yeah, we played with our minis.
So who is sending the feet pics? Apparently somebody somewhere is getting on Wiki Feet, I guess. Gosh. Anyways.
This got escalated quick.
This did. So anyways, we're back to following the trail. Huge wooden barricade across the swamp, right through the path. So the choices were either to get in the swamp with the alligators or try and find some way across this wooden barrier. It's massively tall. It's like I said, it spans more than the length of the bridge, so you literally have to dive off the swamp, dive off the path and into the swamp. $5 feet pigs. Anyways, so I play a dragoon, and if anybody's feet hub, if anybody's familiar with Final Fantasy, dragoons are of course warriors that use spears that have the soul of a dragon, and they can leap high into the air and come down with their spear on top of an enemy for devastating damage. They can also use their jump as an escape mechanic to avoid damage and stuff like that, or as a flight mechanic in some cases. So anyways, I use my super duper dragoon jumping skills to ascend above the trees, and I get to the top of the barricade. I'm able to parkour off of it, and just like Harry Dresden, I parkour over it. Mythos desperately tried to steer the conversation back on topic ahead. And so as I parkour over it, the wooden barricade turns into a series of Trent style monsters, monsters made of trees, and they're very Darklight posted some pictures in chat, and they were very cool looking.
Yeah, kind of like the ones on Skyrim.
Yeah. And I got to, I basically got to parkour out of their hands and stuff like that. So they took a few swings at me. They missed. And then we were kind of into initiative. And that fight was like an easier fight, but probably harder than it should have been for us, just because all throughout yesterday's game, there was no twig blights. That's their name. Thank you, Darklight. All throughout yesterday's game, there was no in between. We either rolled 1s and 2s, or we rolled like 18, 19, and nat 20. I don't know what was up with the dice yesterday.
Yeah,
but we were either awful or epic every round. So because of that rolling, that fight probably took 3 times longer than it was supposed to. But so I missed like 3 turns in a row, but then I critted on the last 2 twig blights. It was pretty awesome. But all of us had that. Like Freak would miss 3 spells and then light up like 3 trees in a row.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, magical constipation.
Seeing him go, Wayo! and set some shit on fire. It was pretty awesome. So it was pretty epic. Nina got in there with her huge great sword and was chopping them down, like kindling. Actually, she crit on the first one. She started off strong. She crit so hard on the first one, the one next to it exploded. So she was just like, "Hey guys, look, we got kindling for our firewood." And then I have to say, our white mage, for being a healer, uses his crossbow for actually some pretty good damage.
Yeah, he really did. Yeah, he did that.
And he had found a staff of healing in the temple we were just at, the lizard temple. And so we got, pretty good heals all around. It was pretty awesome. I haven't accomplished anything hobby wise this week. I thought, no, you picked up some more Raven Guards this week, right? Nina has a huge, great sword.
God, these are jackasses.
There were plenty of inappropriate comments about Atlas's staff of healing, though, because it's a touch-based spell, and so he had to touch us with his rod over and over again.
While we were unconscious, we were like, going to touch Freak's character with my rod. No, you don't. I'll stay dead. I'm okay with this.
He's like, shh, let it happen.
Yeah.
But so we finished off those blight, those twig blights. We get to the other side, and there's some more motion, but all of us rolled crap perception rolls. The only thing is, Freak had an okay perception roll, so he heard frogs somewhere, and it was just like, there are frogs somewhere. We're like, so? And then so I had a feeling it was going to be something out of character, so I said, come on, when's the last time you got attacked by frogs? Let's go.
That was his exact words. And what happened?
Oh, you like being touched with his rod, don't you? We all loved it. Mostly because in that first fight, I went down to 9 HP.
Yeah, we smiled.
And then the next one, I dropped to 1 HP. It was crazy. Anyways, Freak, let's see, turn volume dial down for fear of his wife. We're just talking about the rod of healing.
She walks in. She walks in. What are you watching? Nothing. Get out! I'm naked.
Sarge, they're talking about that stuff again. Should I be recording them? They're talking about the stuff again. Yes, keep recording and go get me a cup of coffee, Johnson. You're going to lock the door of the office again, aren't you, sir?
Just shut up and go get me my coffee. But Sarge, do it now.
Brian's in tears laughing. All right. So anyways, as soon as I say, what's the worst thing that could happen? Like, have you ever been attacked by frogs? Nina, with her giant, with her awesomely heavy warrior army, walks right into a part of the path that's covered in leaves and twigs and falls into a trap hole. And while I'm pulling her up, arrows start flying over our heads. Arrows from like every direction. It was like a Spartan style, fight in the shade level of arrows being shot around us. But they were just being shot around us. And with the perception check, we were able to tell that. Anyways, I'm going to skip over that. With the perception check, we were able to tell that they weren't shooting at us. They were just trying to scare. Wow. This must have really gone off the rails. Bride says to get emo, guys. Nina says, so clumsy in D&D as in real life. Skarner, what's up, my man? This is just like a tabletop style D&D session over Google Hangouts. Dave, good to see you, Dave. Good to see you, Skarner. I'm willing to listen to emo. I beg of you. Wow. Yeah, that really has broken Brian. So it turns out it's these frog people that are shooting arrows at us. And again, we can tell they're just trying to scare us away. So we all, kind of some more. By the way, Nina's playing a warrior. By the way, a big, strong, hulking warrior. And so some of us more reluctantly than others put away our weapons and are like, "Hey, we come in peace. We come in peace." And we get them to stop shooting at us, but they still have their weapons pointed in our faces, kind of threateningly. And so I failed my first attempt to persuade, but I critted on my second persuasion attempt. So basically, I held out the scrap of cloth for the adventure we were tracking, and we said, "I'm just looking for this, this young boy. His mother wants him back alive, and we're trying to find him." I gave them the middle digit. We're all like, "We come in peace. We come in peace." And Nina's like, "Screw you guys."
Another fight ensued.
They were very, questionable negotiation tactics, but we got it in the end. Oh, that's awesome. Skarner scratch building a plastic hard tank tracks. That's cool.
Cool.
So we communicate with these frog people, and they're they can't speak to us. They're riveting. So we're kind of just going off of gestures, nods, shakes, that kind of thing. And for some reason, my character decides to start going with it. So the party thinks I can talk to them because they're just like, "Yeah, we're looking for this boy," and they kind of yeah, they rivet at us, and I'm like, "Yes, we believe he went that way, somewhere along the path ahead of us." And then my party's looking at me like, "How are you talking to them?" I'm not really talking with them. I'm just taking context clues, but it was funny. So Skarner, keep your fingers to close your ears. Beware of certain topics on the show.
That's sad.
Was the kid tasty? Oh God. So anyway, so when we show that we have the scrap of cloth from the kid's cloak, they just lower their weapons and they motion for us to follow them. And so, still pretending that I can understand these guys, I turn to my party and says they would like us to follow them. Zane definitely keeps things interesting. That is definitely a understatement there. Tell me about it. I'm going to Plastic Heart, attempt to build the front wall and gate for Age of Signar, the city of Hammerhall. Awesome. It's my first attempt and I'm bricking it. That's awesome. What's wrong with loving farm animals? Stop scaring the normies. Oh God.
Where is this going?
Anyways. We've been looking for. So we were on a side mission to look for this boy, but also our overall arcing mission is that the king had asked us for part of the whole save the world shtick to meet with the witch of the swamp, and she'd give us knowledge about what's going on with the demon Diablos. So it turns out that when we said we were looking for the boy, we were led over to the area where the witch's hut's supposed to be, and they led us to another frog. This one was not just a frog with little bits of armor on. It actually had clothes, including an adventurer's cloak of the same style that we had. And actually, I was able to take the piece of cloth that I had and match it to the cloak that this frog warrior was wearing, which reminded me a lot of Frog from Chrono Trigger or Glenn from Chrono Cross. Really gave me great Chrono Trigger kind of vibes. It's funny you joke about Earth, Wind, and Fire. We make that same joke because apparently later on in the quest, we have to go find a crystal of earth, a crystal of wind, a crystal of fire, or air and fire and water. So, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Anyways, it turns out this frog warrior is wearing the boy's cloak, and I start communicating with it, and I'm like, where did you get this cloak? And it starts riveting at me, and I'm like, again, the party still thinks I'm talking with the frog at this point. I'm like, did you steal this from a young boy? And he's like, Rivet. He's like, nope. He's like, is this your cloak? And he's like, he gets excited. He's bobbing like rivet, rivet, rivet. Are you the boy? He's nodding, ribbit. Did someone cast a spell on you? He's ribbiting again. Is it the witch Matoya? And then he gets really excited and he starts hopping away. And I'm like, I think he's leading us to Matoya. So we find the swamp, or the witch of the swamp. We get there. She's super blind, by the way. So after talking, it turns out it was kind of the boy had come from the Adventurers Guild, and was basically swearing
Ugly,
challenges
yeah.
at this, huh?
It was being ugly with her.
Yeah, it's being real ugly with her, swearing challenges at her and demanding to take her into the custody of the Adventurers Guild or come back with her head kind of deal. And how, she, as a witch, she eats children and stuff like that. And all the rumors people usually have about witches. And so, anyways, when he went to attack her, she just went, boop, you're a frog now. And that's what happened to the boy. So we did some persuading. We asked to take custody of him, and asked for, he's been missing for a year as a frog now. So we asked for like time served to be, his punishment, and that we would set things straight with the guild to make sure the guild didn't send out anyone else to attack her. And we'd straighten out that she's not a danger. She doesn't eat kids and whatnot. We did not burn the witch. I know. The emperor would be disappointed in us. But we got things straight with her, and she turned the boy back into a boy. And so we were able to take him back to his mother. I would have to wipe off the forehead grease from the monitor from the hit. What? Wait, I must have missed something. Skarner, let's see. I've got some diamond plate plastic card to come in the post so I can take a saw to the rust I have eyed up for looting. Interesting. I've got horses in the back. I can't wait to see that conversion, Skarner. Come along for a fin. Oh, yeah. Doesn't take much to break you guys now. Does that make me water? It makes you moist, sir, if that counts for anything. Skarner, do you use a Dremel tool for engraving a plastic card? I'm thinking of getting a Proxen tool for doing that. Nah, blade and files, Dremels, tools do speed things up a lot, though. Well, the funny grass was mentioned earlier, and I thought I'd put on some Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, right. I would receive a huge smack on the back of my noggin from the boss lady. I would have to wipe forehead grease off the monitor from the hit. Top 10 words, 10 negative. Oh, no. No, this is going to a bad spot. Running Bear, good to see you. Oh, you got to mention the Broombas. On the way to the witch's hut, there was very Fantasia style brooms sweeping up nothing. They were just spread all over the swamp, trying to clean the swamp and having no effect, because it was like, it's just like sweeping swamp water and sweeping dirt and stuff like that. Big D, I did not send the box off yet because I've got an extra little something I plan on putting into the box, and that's just going to take me a little bit of time to complete. It shouldn't take too long though. But it is going to be coming soon. And I got to pet a Broomba. A Broomba came up and was first it was sweeping at my ankles, and I pet it, and then it swept up my hand along my arm. I guess I thought it was dirty and needed to be swept up. But it became my little buddy, my little pet Broomba. Anyway, so we got carried on with the witch after getting the boy back to normal, so we could take him back to his mother. Now you got trick fool. Don't ever assume. So anyway, so then we talked what the king wanted to come talk about. She's like, well, if the king wants me to do him any favors, I'm going to need you guys to visit these lizard tribesmen. They ransacked my house here, about a month ago. They took this crystal ball I use, and I can't see without it. And we're basically like, we just looted that place. We got it here.
And that
some of the party members like Freak were afraid to give it to her because, it's like, do we trust the evil witch kind of deal? And she turns out she was fine. She's actually a mentor to us now. But when we gave her back the crystal ball, all of a sudden she could see again. And she's like, oh my God, why are you guys standing in this dark house with all these cobwebs and stuff like that? We didn't realize she couldn't see us at first. We thought she just wanted us to stand in the dark house with her. GW doesn't do adventure style D&D style play. The Warhammer Quest games are perhaps the closest thing. It's all scripted with no dynamic player storytelling. So the return will have to be something for both of you guys. Big D, you don't have to do anything special for us. Elstonation. Wow, this is early for you, my man. Good to see you, my man.
Speaking
of. Inquisitor saying that joke was not worth the effort. Gonna take a model VW buggy and orcify that to an orc VW bug. Oh man, that's gonna be the coolest game of Slug Bug. And then people saying good morning to the amazing and legendary Elstonation.
Hello.
So the witch let us know that what Diablos was after was setting about chaos in our realm by upsetting the major elements. Of course, if any of these major elements got disturbed, if there was all of a sudden no water crystal, right? There would never be rain to put out fires and stuff like that. And of course, crops would be ruined and stuff. If there was no air, if there was no air crystal, there wouldn't be wind for sailors to catch breezes on and stuff like that. If the earth crystal was shattered, there might be earthquakes and stuff like that. If the fire crystal was shattered, basically, if any of these elements were out of balance, it could definitely be, of course, chaos and disruption to the world. So, Zane, how you been? How's you? Still bad at painting because I've not been given the gift of beard hair, but I got an airbrush. Well, that's cool to hear, my man.
Oh, cool. What kind you get?
So basically, the witch gave us a few missions on these different crystals we could go protect and reinforce to keep balance in the land while watching out for the demons of Diablos. So it was pretty cool. I bet it was a badger.
Badger.
I'm thinking a masters just because we do a lot of talking about masters on the show.
Indeed.
The after that we were able to take the boy home. The witch let us. We basically got a Hearthstone style item for the witch's place, so now we can teleport back whenever we complete missions. That's cool. Mythos is Freaks Master.
What? What the heck?
Anyways, and then we were able to take the boy home, and the lady was super thrilled with us. In fact, she even gave me a spare of the boy's cloak. I remember I mentioned that we had torn pieces of the boy's cloak we were able to use to track him down, and his Adventurers Guild cloak of protection. And she had a spare one she had made for him while she was waiting on him to come home, and she gave me that. So now I've got a +1 AC to that. So now I'm a Lancer with AC 17. That's pretty awesome. And of course, +1 and AC, and then there's one other. +1, and here we go. Alan's Cloak of Protection. Oh, and +1 to all saving throws. After that, we all leveled up, got to level 3. My Dragoon got a Crescent Moonstrike, which is basically ability. Gosh, I can't remember what it's called in regular D&D, but if you attack something and there's an enemy immediately adjacent to it, you can also make another attack against it. That's pretty awesome. Oh yeah, oh man, I completely forgot about the giant spiders. While we were there, finishing up our quest with the old lady, her house and her frogs got under attack by these giant spiders. And only Freak saw the man in all black that was basically casting curses to make regular badass spiders in this swamp giant spiders. And that was our boss fight. It was kind of cool. 3 giant spiders, and one of them. In the middle of morphing from a regular size spider into a giant spider was in the middle of leaping at Freak when it changed into giant. and so he got pounced on with all of its weight, and then he got bitten and poisoned.
And it wasn't Mythos that did that. It was the spider.
Yeah, and so Freak got one shot. Like he lived through it at first, and then the poison killed him off. So he had to get, but then he got the rod of healing rubbed on his face, and then he was able, he was back alive. So it was all good. People want to know if Papa Mythos still pulls out the belt on you, Freak. Anyways, so one of the things, the favorite thing that I did is I got to one shot a giant spider. I missed, by the way, against these giant spiders, and it's funny because in real life I have arachnophobia, right? I'm slightly terrified of spiders, and so I overreact to them often. Like if either I run away from it or I'll make mush out of it, like kill it dead. Got to be extra certain. Mythos heard you like cat ears, so he pounced on you with them on. That's funny. Anyways, so one of the giant spiders, I missed against the spiders 3 rounds in a row, but on the 4th round, nat 20. So this spider, I one shot, leapt up, and because I rolled crazy for damage too. Like my ability or my weapon is like a D10. My bonus is 5, and I rolled a 9 out of 10. My bonus is 5. My ability that I activated for Dragoon's Dive was 2d8, and I rolled an 8 and a 7. It was just ridiculous damage, and then because I crit, I got another 10 damage. So I ended up with like 29 damage onto the head of this giant spider. It was awesome, giblets. And then what was cool is that for the second one, I rolled crazy. Like I didn't crit on the second one, but that I killed. It was the 3rd spider, but the second one that I got to attack because I missed the first 3 rounds. I rolled crazy for damage again, and Matt said, "Well, you can describe how you finish it off, or I'm going to give you the opportunity to do a team up attack, and everybody can do something cool." So I ended up pinning it to the ground, and everybody rushed in for an all-out attack. It was pretty badass. Nina got in there and clean, spiders rear up with their front 2 legs. Nina got in there and cleaved through. It was an epic finishing move. So Nina moved in, and where it reared up its front 2 legs, she sliced off the front 2 legs and then started cracking the chitin of the outside shell of the spider. Freak Helio is the name of Freak's character, and Freak came in and started incinerating it for some spider barbecue. And you remember what Atlas did in Freak?
Do what?
Do you remember what Atlas did during the team up attack?
I don't.
Darklight, maybe. But yeah, it was cool because I really enjoyed having that option where the GM's like, finish it off, everybody get in there and do something cool. Because one of the things that's really important to me when I'm looking back and I'm like, was this a really good session?
Right.
Was it an okay session? Was it man, I really, wish this session had gone better. If it's one of those 3 things, one of the things I really use as a measuring stick is usually, did everybody get to do something cool, right? Because there's nothing worse than the feeling of being the only guy who didn't get to do something cool. All right, Atlas used Sacred Flame, so he and Freak both barbecued it.
Yeah, I mean that has happened, where one of us or a good portion of us just sit there, dead, not doing anything,
and we had just one round. Usually Freak and I offset each other. If one of us is rolling like Shisa, then the other one rolls amazingly, right? Usually we offset each other. We had this one night where it was just me, Freak, and Atlas, and Freak, you seem sad this stream. I think it's because I'm talking too much and not letting him get in there edgewise. But this one night, like it was just the 3 of us, and Freak and I were both rolling in the basement, right? We were just like,
rephrase that.
We were both rolling really low numbers.
Thank you.
We both had some terrible rolls. I mean, like it wasn't some terrible rolls. It was like every roll was trash, right? Like, it was awful. And so Atlas was Fred. Atlas was Fred in this instance, and he was like, "Let's split up, gang." Well, um, Closet Boys, that would assume that we were hiding the truth, good sir.
Yep.
Rick
Right.
and I are together for life. Anyways, so Atlas pulled a Fred and said, "Let's split up, gang." And Darklight had 2 consenting gamers do in the privacy of their basement is their business.
Okay, so this is
Anyways, so Darklight had written out this encounter for 4 people, right? And Nina was out that night, so he said, "You guys can use her character as an NPC, don't worry about it." We were afraid of like abusing someone else's character, overusing. No, this is gonna sound right. We were afraid of taking control of someone else's character. So what we did was we just ended up posting her at the door as a guard, right? Not realizing that Darklight wrote the encounter for 4 people. Then we further screwed that up by splitting up. And so we went up, we took the second floor because we heard enemies above and below. So Fred said, "Let's split up." Atlas went into the basement. We went upstairs. We got ambushed because that's where the little barracks was for these goblins. And this was like our second or third episode. No, it was our second episode. So we were very low level. So even goblins were too much for us. And because it was supposed to be a number of goblins equal to 4 level 1 people, we got owned pretty hard, right? We died. They were like throwing our unconscious bodies out the window. Atlas, on the other hand, was rolling amazingly, soloed the 4 goblins in the basement, then come upstairs, and I would say he saved us, but he really got to us right after they threw our unconscious bodies out the window. Right? Yeah, I don't know why we did that, Lars. Horrible idea. Atlas came upstairs and saved the day after we got dumped in the street. I got poisoned because Freak's hot chocolate. Oh, it's because I poisoned Freak's hot chocolate. So who keeps dropping the dice? Freak or Mythos?
all right.
Get his wife 2 strikes in a row. Mythos is trying to move on. He's giving a good effort. Did you have your magic rod out while you were rolling in the basement? We didn't have the Rod of Healing then, sir. So glad that someone else heard that music, as it's super early here, and I thought I was losing my mind. The little Barry White going on in the basement. Anyways, so we were both. Anyways, moral of the story is, that second episode was one of those where it felt like, wow, only one person in this entire party was useful all night. So that's why I say that it's usually a part of the metrics I look for in Rod of Healing is what you call it. Well, I mean, you got to fit in that sexual healing. Anyways.
Oh yeah. I gotta crack that up. Let's crack that up. Baby. Let's bring that up.
Oh man. So anyways, that's why a metric I look
Rod of Healing.
Was it a good game? Was everyone useful, right? Everybody got to do something cool this game, and I'm really glad that Darklight Jesus. Darklight created the all-out attack, for the finishing move of this fight. So I thought that was really cool, because then everybody got to do something cool. Zane says he doesn't have a Rod of Healing, he has a Rod of Destruction.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. I take out my wizard's cloak. If none of you have ever heard of the Blood Ninja story, what you probably don't want to do is go Google, I take out my cloak and hat. I take out my wizard's cloak and hat.
Oh my God. I haven't heard that one in a while. That's awesome. Oh,
So, guys, a quick shout out. The next ChillCon is the 28th of March in Sheffield.
oh my God. I can't take it.
So now that Freak can't breathe, Freak, you want to go into Art of the Week? I think that is all of our hobby updates. We have an hour left of the show. We're still on hobby updates.
Oh, jeez. Oh my God. Who wrote that? Who said that? I put on my wizard robe and hat, huh?
Oh, that was me.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, I could have sworn somebody in the chat might have did that. Like, oh my God.
No, I was looking at how Zane talked about his rod of destruction. I was
and
like,
then you put on that.
That just reminded me of Blood
put on
Ninja. I take out my wizard's cloak and hat.
Oh my gosh, that's
Oh yeah. One further, Big D says, "Be glad it's a rod of healing, not a rod of command."
whoa.
And then Brian says, "Bam, broken." Running Bear says, "We win, guys." And Brian says, "Freak gone." Yes, we did it, said Zane.
Oh my God. Oh man.
So we've lost control of this hobby update.
This went. I mean, this thing went everywhere. It was like a supernova. Just. Oh, all right. Let me pull up, see if we can get some hobby.
I'm gonna grab a bottle of water while you grab the Art of the Week.
All right. Let me see if I can find it then. Oh, that hurt so bad.
Sexual feeling.
Don't you feed into it, man. They just gonna keep on going here. Let's see. Where are they, bro? Remember. Well. Gosh, dog it. Oh, that's why then. Here. Alt of the week. There we go.
Lily is listening to the live chat. She judges.
Oh. Whoops.
This is one of the most off the rails episodes we've had.
That's way off the rails. Kidding me?
This was more like a hangout at a sports bar.
Or, well, some type of bar.
The Inquisitor whipped his cape back and withdrew his rod of destruction. Even if I couldn't stop, I'd keep going.
All right. This is by Clayton Biber. Brother Clayton.
Blue Oyster Club is more like it. So, friend of the channel, Clayton Beaver. Or you guys know him as 33 Clay Dog.
Clay Dog.
Hey, I got the number right this time.
Yes. Yeah.
I think the intro song to the next live stream should be George Michael's "I Want Your Sex." let's just forego any future monetization. Anyways, look at this amazing work by Clay Dog. Look at that power sword effect. Look at the freehand on the cloak.
That is insane.
That is awesome, and I love how in the recesses of the staff it looks like that staff is glowing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been jealous of Clay Dog's freehand. That's amazing.
It's cool because, like, right in the center, it almost seems there's a glit. It's just so neat.
Yeah,
man, just
that's got to be one of my favorite power swords. That's awesome. Like, truly
well
awesome.
Done, man. Love the rooms.
Oh crap! Delete. Delete. The wife's watching chat. Bye, guys.
God. Anyway, gorgeous work, man. Dude.
I am jealous of Clay Dog staff. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I am Asian though, so I tend to be jealous of a lot of staffs. Love you. Anyways, that is truly phenomenal work, and I love how bright and vibrant that yellow is without looking. Like it's always easy to go too much when you have like when you use a bright yellow as an accent piece,
Mhm.
but it's definitely not overpowering here. It's definitely like spot on and adds a great contrast to all those blues. Plus, on top of that, look at again more freehand there again on the yellow trim. Really impressive, amazing detail there.
Beautiful work, man.
Clay Dog is serious, guys. I do have staff envy. Clay Dog says my staff is mighty. Yes, it is, sir.
Yes, indeed. We are intimidated. By Pertinax Paints.
Oh man, you're going to see this name a lot today. They started following us, and I went and checked out their work, and I was just like, "Holy smokes!" So this is his Primaris Corsaro Con. He made his own version of one, and it just looks incredible. Look at that transition from the bright reds of the highlight into the recesses. That's not natural shady. That's like glazed or wet blended
blending.
in.
Yep,
looks phenomenal. And the freehand on the symbols of the chest really make it stand out and make it look like this is an HQ choice,
Yeah. I love the blade, man. Gosh, and
The
I
blade
love how
looks awesome.
and it's jade.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got a great look to it. And jade definitely feels very on brand, of course.
Yep, absolutely.
So this turns into 50 Shades of Nerding so fast. You right. And that happens a lot during our show, but I definitely think more tonight than usual. By the way, thank you for sticking in through the show, Nina. I appreciate that. Thank you for not running for the hills yet. I say yet because there's still time.
Yep.
Again, great use. I love that shield and sword that comes from the Kill Team Cassius set. Very cool, very white scars. In fact, that's the same shield from the that I'm using for my Con on jet bike conversion. Some of you may have seen recently on the Instagrams that I got in all my conversion pieces that I'm using to upgrade my Corsaro. So, not Corsaro, my Con on jet bike. So, definitely, I love that shield and that sword piece. Running Bear says, "Nice job." Talking about this white scar piece, Clay Dog says, "I wish it had a mighty staff." So this is like for Brian adjacent. So like I saw some really cool orcs here. I said I want to find the coolest orcs I can find tonight, and that's actually what led me to this artist. Well, first they started following me, but I landed on this artist and saw these really cool. And guys, I do have an orcs project coming up. And I've got like a really great starting point, but what I want to add is a whole bunch of Speed Freaks oriented stuff to it. And so a lot of what's here it really resonates with where I want to take my little orc project. But on top of that, I really love the colors because like the dark blues and purples and steel color with the bright pink accents really gives me like a retro 70s, 80s arcade vibe to me.
They made it work.
The aesthetic, huh?
Yeah, it's not obnoxious. They actually made it work.
Yeah, it's got that hardcore 70s, 80s arcade kind of feel to me. So, anyways, let's take a look at it. This is a boss on Wartrike. Okay, wife's gone. Open up screen, turn up volume. What'd I miss? So this is basically this is a weird boy here. Again, that retro arcade kind of feel with the colors. I like that dark purple smoke.
Mm-hmm. Really nice stuff.
Freak, I blame you, you jackass.
What? What did you do?
Because you and I are painting the canopy to this siphon, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm sitting here doing?
What are you doing?
You know what I'm doing right this second?
No. What are you doing?
I'm painting the interior.
Oh.
I'm painting the cockpit of a jet that no one will ever see because we're painting the.
You know it's there. You know it's there, Paul
I blame
Blart.
you. Hand check. Hey, maybe my connection. Are those pics fuzzy? It happens once in a while, Brian, my man. Just refresh your screen and, it usually snaps right back. At Elstination, I'll need to see if my mate knew. Man, I really wish I could go to ChillCon. Man, I got to get across the pond one of these days. Go see some of these really cool events and some of these really cool people. Nina says, you got it. I'm fully entertained. Some great pieces being shown tonight. Look at this big old tank. Again, I really love that old school arcade kind of feel.
I like this one. Cool.
Very cool tank. No, I rolled a 1 and been struck with fear of the wife.
Oh no.
Again, so this is some of that Speed Freak stuff. Like I said, definitely some of the work stuff I want to get for my works. And I think it looks great. This person did a great job with it. Love. Just like the little accents that would just really make it pop. I just definitely a lot of that color theory stuff. We're adding in just a little bit of a pop color. Yeah, awesome Speed Freak stuff. Brian, I was mentioning that I have a great starting. I have a really good starting force for my works, but I think what I want to add on to it, instead of doing the paint up 100 to 200 boys route, I think I really want to add a bunch of Speed Freak stuff and make a Speed Freaks kind of focused army. Plus, I've got some like knobs and mega knobs and stuff like that, for some of the standing troops. But I think I want to make a Speed Freaks centric force for my works. Tell me what you think. I know it's not traditional. I know it's not considered a traditional orc list if you don't have 500 orcs in your list, but it's just kind of my take. Plus, being that I have so many projects on the go, I'm just not interested in painting up 500 infantry. You know what I mean, Vern? Just a sec. For just a second, Atomic, I thought you were trying to get Freak on speed.
Oh my god.
If you guys ever make it over, let us know and we'll hook you guys up. That would be epic, Elstination.
You got to make a road
trip. Definitely. And actually, my wife and I are really interested in visiting the UK someday and maybe even more. So that would be epic. Freak's already on speed. Hecking orcs. I will start popping all greenskins right TF now. Right the frick now. Freak's already on speed. He tried to sell me some to sell to kids on my second live stream. Freak, did you do that?
No, nothing. Maybe. How to make a living, man. These are great picks, man.
I love the Speed Freak stuff, and I really love, again, there's just so much pop of color in this guy's work.
Yeah.
Or girls, I don't know. Could be a young lady. I have no idea. I have noticed more and more, especially on the Instagrams, Lady Warhammer accounts coming around. So that's cool.
Right.
God, I got to get some of these Speed Freak stuff. That's why I see models like in pictures like this, and that's why I'm like, instead of going the 100 Orc Boys routes, I got to do some of the Speed Freak stuff just because it looks so cool. I think it'd be at least a cool painting project,
Yeah.
With this, I get motivated because I'm like, this would make a great painting project.
You know what? I find it interesting though that they did a great job not keeping it traditional. And it's just a good combination of the different pastels, man. It looks really cool.
And like good color choices too, things that really have a lot of pop, a lot of contrast,
Okay, now see, this is really cool because they did a great job with the eyepiece
and the face paint too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this.
They are cool models. Nina, you want to buy some drugs? Freak sold them to me. Yep, Mythos, join the green side, experience the power of the walk. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I may not have a playable force from some time because the projects I have on the go right now is what I'm looking forward to getting on the gaming table sometime soon. I do have an orc project, and it'll be an orc project on the side for a while, but eventually it'll be a playable force. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in, because like I said, my brother gave me some really awesome orc models, Brother Daz, and I really want to turn it into some cool painting pieces. And I think by doing the Speed Freaks and getting these new and unique models, right, it's going to be more motivating than trying to force myself to batch paint 100 troops and hating life. You know what I mean?
Ye gods, how many of these did you send me?
Well, there's like 10 different models there, and he had like 3 or 4 pics, or 4 or 5 pics of each of them. So there's a lot there. That's the new orc buggy. Plus, a lot of people said there wasn't enough Xenos on the channel. So, I was like, let's do a whole orc dedication tonight.
You sure as heck did.
They're like, man, these guys focus on Imperial too much. Freak, I sent you a PM on Facebook for the tracks. Oh, cool.
Oh, sweet.
I'll grab that, and I'll grab GCD's board for Armies on Parade.
Okay.
Thank you, Skarner, my man. We'll get this posted up here in just a second. All right. This is some of the new Deathsworn for 30K. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. And
if you accept this, Dwayne will be able to call you and send you information and see information by you. That's okay. Forward this to El Frico. All right, that one is from our man Skarner. I like when people use non-regular paint themes. Great. So this is some more of Vince Venturella's work, Freakalicious.
And oh my God.
And there is some amazing freehand, plus the way he blends together and contrasts the blue and pink is amazing.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I learned about his style is that he does a lot of airbrush work, but he doesn't stop there. And man, he just does.
Yeah, he goes in and does a lot of blending by hand too.
Yeah, on top of what he's already done with his airbrush work. Hey, man. Guy is a beast. Man. Look at this. See, I don't think I'll ever play Chaos, but I tell you what. Yeah, that just looks amazing.
If I ever did, Slaanesh is the way to go.
Yeah, most def.
Oh man, Big D, this table looks so epic. All right, let's get this sent over to the Freakolicioso.
That is just gorgeous. All right, so what is this? Oh, the tracks. Oh, that's cool.
Yep, that is from Skarner. Nice. And that is hand cut from plastic card. That is not a model.
Oh, wow. That is
dude is making his own.
Man. Oh, man. So is he gluing each one of those links? That is insane, dude. All right, let me.
I think it would be a good idea, Mythos, but if you played against the Tau, that may not work, I'm guessing. I don't know much about the puny Tau. You're right. The style of army I'm designing right now with doing a Speed Freaks focus, like I want all the really stuff that's too expensive for people to put in their list. I want the Speed Freaks. I want, the new, that new supercar that goes up to like, what was it, 88 miles an hour or whatever, like Doc Brown. I want all the Speed Freak stuff. I want the new War Trike. I want I want mega knobs, even though they're horribly points inefficient. I want the cool stuff that just looks really good. I don't care if it's efficient or not. And plus, I already have a plan for the Tau, Brian. So even if I'm playing orcs, my plan still works the same as when I'm playing my Space Wolves. I just don't play against Tau. So that plan works regardless of what army I'm running. Atomic from the talk earlier, he already tried the power of Speed Freak.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Zane, I'm more of a candy in a van kind of gal. What?
What? Where is this going?
Zane offered her drugs, saying that they came from you. And she says she's more of a candy in a van kind of gal. Let's see. Anyways, I got candy and puppies in the back of my white van. You want some, kid? Still very work in progress, but that's really awesome. I love when stuff from such plain materials like plasticard can be turned into something so epically detailed. That's really awesome, Skarner. That's really, really great scratch building talent. Thank you for putting up some green. Man, that was all. I didn't even know if you'd like those because of the I'm a big fan of alternate paint schemes. But I was like, man, I got to get some orcs in the chat for our brother Brian. This is Big D from the Gamecraft Dragon and his armies on parade board. Man. Look at that. And that having that executioner right in the back line there is a great opening shot. Skarner, very cool tracks. Cheers, very time consuming though, I bet. Absolutely. Zane says, I only got orcs to convert stuff for them, then traded them when I got bored. Conversion is one of everybody's favorite part of having orcs is you can kit bash anything. Yeah, I stayed away from that candy in the van chat. Lol. Yeah, I bet, Brian. Zane says, spent $40 on models, then traded them for end results of $150 in Marines. But since you did conversion work on them before you traded them, Zane, that kind of conversion work and creativity actually increases the value, Dear FBI, I do not know these people. I have no connection in any way with them. I am a good citizen that pays his taxes. Why did taxes come into question? That's what I'm worried about.
Oh, my gosh.
I feel like we're being sold out some kind of way.
I think so. I feel a little triggered. Man, Big D, that's some really nice work.
That is amazing. That board looks epic. And I love group shots of armies when you get to see like all the basing together, all the board together, the consistent way that the armor is painted together. Ooh, when somebody does adds consistency to a way they paint a whole army, it just comes out looking awesome.
Man, he's got a mess of inceptors. Holy cow. Man. Good stuff, man.
We got to remember, Big D plays in a community that seems kind of competitive.
Yeah.
So, while he is not himself just a super competitive player, in order to not die, he's got to be somewhat competitive himself. So. Thank you. I can't wait till Armies of Parade get some good shot. Man, you are definitely, I think, going to do well at Armies on Parade. Mm-hmm. Now, one thing to bring up, and I don't know if everybody was here when Big D was on the show, but Big D says that he's from, the same area that people like Miniac and Uncle Adam are from. So, when he does big stuff, like I said, he should do well because that board looks epic. However, he's got some like serious heavy hitters in his area. So yeah. I'm really interested to see how things go.
Well, he said 3,000 points in that board.
3,000 points.
Yeah.
Space Wolf Army is very large, good sir. Very large.
Inquisitor Zing says, "Please, FBI, don't shoot my dog. I'm a good boy. I was just trying to give her puppies and a candy like it says on the side of the van."
Gosh. Oh man, you guys are a mess. But that's one of the things we love about this chat is things go so off the rails.
Oh, that's been off the rails for quite some time now.
All right, big brother, you want to hop on over to actually you want to do some Elstonation while we got
Yeah,
the man, the myth, and legend himself?
Yeah, we got him on there. So let's see if we can crank some out here. Oh, started point. Only one rule of duct tape. What? Okay, Elstonation, because this is getting. All right, let me crank this up here. 100% true.
Oh my god, I just rolled a 6.
What?
I said, oh my god, I just rolled a 6.
What? How? What do
I
you mean?
dropped my Balthazar gold.
Yeah.
It spun in the air, and I caught the pot right side up, and none spilled out.
Oh no, that's not good.
What?
That means
I rolled a
something.
6.
Yeah, that means something's going to happen to me.
Oh yeah. Well, that's how I felt earlier this week when I was on my way to court, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm heading to Kyron to get some sushi right now," and I'm like, "That's not fair."
It's so true. Oh my god, that is so absolutely true. I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm on my way to get some sushi." He's like, "What? I'm going to court. I'm getting sushi." Oh man, good luck with that. I hate you. Yeah, that was. You see, this is kind of what. Get the art of the week back.
Is it off the rails, or do we put it on the rails?
Yeah. So. Yeah. That happened. See, I'm telling you, this is yin and yang, right? This is exactly what happened. This is where I was. I was eating this when my brother was on his way to court to go deal with, super jerk. Anyway. So yeah, that was.
That seems highly unfair, especially since this is one of our favorite spots, guys. This is what we call the sushi mecca, Kyron in Houston, Texas, the Willowbrook area. This is all you can eat, high quality sushi.
Amazing. Oh. Okay, so this is 100% true, Elstonation. Fun fact number 21. In the Bible, Jesus turned water into wine. But then Elstonation turned that wine into a painted mini. There you go. You always wonder what happened to that wine. No, it didn't get drunk. It got turned into a painted mini 2,000 years ago.
And that, guys, is a 100% true Elstonation fact. Again, our team of researchers was able to go back and even in the earliest records of the good book, was able to find records of Elstonation's greatness.
Indeed. In archives. In stone even. Who would have thunk?
So, guys, that was Elstonation 100% true fact number 21. Join us again next week when we have 100% true Elstonation fact number 22. All right, before we go on to the news, because we've only got just a little over half an hour to cover our news. Speakalicious, you want to pay some bills, brother?
Do it, man. It's going to be a little on the rough side. Well, yeah, why not? Let me throw it on there here. Oh, where is it? Ticker. Yeah, I'm going to have to put that on top. Fixed. Come on. Let me put it right here. Right, and let's see if we got this.
No, no emo, I know show. Don't worry. Emo is scheduled to appear next week.
What the heck? There it is. All right, guys. So,
I'm joining you next week. Really? Say what?
what is
Van
that?
noises intensifies. Van noises intensify times 2.
All right. So again, we want to thank our Patreon. You know what? Let's do some rock and music for this. This deserves it.
Hold on, real quick.
Go ahead.
Elstadation added to fact number 21.
Oh, what do you
He
put on
says,
it?
puts wine in a 3D printer, pops out a mini.
What? I can see that.
And guys, there is the extended
Extended.
Elstadation 100% true fact number 21.
Brought to you by the Inquisitor himself.
If y'all have no emo, then the Van Man ain't gonna roll up in your stream. We'll bring him back. We really will. He just can't join us tonight.
All right, guys. So once again, we want to thank all our super supporters. You guys are awesome. Wolfguard level, the Archer, Gray Hunter level, Inquisitor Zane, Brother Roxas, and Bloodclaw level, Brother Chief Live Gaming. Thank you so much, my man. You guys freaking rock. Anyway, guys, we can't do it without you. We always only ask for your support to help get us the equipment and the material to do this. All the things you're seeing here in the front is because you guys love us, I think. Something of us. And actually put up with our crap.
And we're able to we've got in the works right now an HBO in the hobby project. So.
No, we're not done, Brian. No, we're not. He says, I want my money back. No,
You dare question the Van Man?
Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you guys so much.
And yeah, we continue to ask for that support again. Just, if anything, just to kind of help us along. We're really close to getting another camera here, and we're super excited, guys, because we're just about there. So,
yep, Freak's gonna have a second camera angle for his tutorial. That'll help.
Oh, speaking of, guys, I'm so excited about this. I forgot to mention this on our hobbies. So originally, we had plans to move. We were going to move from here and go somewhere else. But we decided to stick it out, and we're going to close out the dining room table and make it my new nerd room, my new studio area. And it's actually a lot more room here. It's wider, and we'll be able to house a full-blown playing table, gaming table. So really excited. We're going to close it out, French doors and all that. I'm going to have the camera, and it's just going to be really nice. So really excited. That's going to be the new studio.
That's really epic
cool.
stuff.
Yep. So it'll be just in time. By the time I'll be able to get another camera on that. So super stoked, guys. So anyway, again, thank you guys so much for all your support, and just you guys hanging out with us is so cool too. And by the way, if you're not a supporter of Patreon, hey, you can go from anywhere from $1 to $50, $100, whatever you want to do. No big deal. Check us out. Show us some love. We're okay with that. And if you're not, that's cool too. Just come and hang out with us. This is all the love here, bro.
Archer says, it's because I love you guys. Zayd says, I love you guys in a more intimate way.
God.
Mythos Ewan. We're going to share it. It's funny.
Oh, man.
Who am I going to eat it with now? Mythos, maybe? Mythos Ewan? Sure. Put it in a blender and have it with Doritos. Do it more sensually, Mythos. That was a serious brush slick. I don't like having metallics on my brush because they destroy my brush over time.
Oh, yeah.
I know this is going to sound weird, but I use my tongue to kind of scrub the metallics off.
His tongue.
I use my tongue to scrub the metallics off my brush.
Tongue.
Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all feel self-conscious about painting on deer right now.
Willie,
Because you bring the...
take another lick.
Whoa. Wait, I must have missed that. A baby and Doritos. What?
Wait. What the heck? Where did that come from? Come on, man. We were having a good time here with the brush licking. Go back to it. Go ahead. Give us another brush lick. Mythos.
Scrub the metallics off my brush. Weird has been said already. Anyways, so the news. We got 29 minutes to do the news. I don't know how to respond to that. I read it, Zane.
Hold on. Let's get his back up here. Hey. Lick that brush, brother.
Dude, this is some problem, man. Anyways, so the news.
There you go, guys. Anything can happen here at the Frost and Fish show. So, only awkward if you let it be awkward. Mitha says that a lot.
Right. It's really awkward if we let it be.
Brian, how are you holding this? He's probably like turning it down. Oh, God, no. What are you watching in there?
I'm surprised you're still allowed to watch our show, my brother.
Right? What are you watching in there? Why do I hear some noises?
I'm surprised I'm still allowed to watch our show.
Right? Yeah. All right. GW News. Ready, brother?
GW News.
There we go. There we go.
I'm pretty sure that's somewhere in the heresy, Zane. Pretty sure.
Somewhere. Okay, so where is it? Okay, here we go. Battle Sisters Bulletin Part 18, Arcoflatulence?
Flagellants. And in case you're curious like I went ahead and looked up the definition, and
it's a fart, right?
Flatulent is someone who... No, that's a flatulence.
Oh. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Though they do sound similar, and I was confused the first time that Lars told me what got out of his rhino. But these things are serious because, like, just a small group of them. I think we had killed so many. I think there were only like 3 left alive, right? And next thing I know, he rolls a bunch of dice and he says, "Okay, my 3 guys got 21 hits on, or 28 hits or something like that, 21 or 28 hits on my bikers. Just 3 or 4 of these guys wiped out my squad of bikers in one go. It was pretty crazy."
Let's see if this video plays. Let's see what happens here.
Are we allowed to show the video without, like,
Why not? They have it. It's public domain.
Right. But when we take things from other YouTube channels, sometimes, like, songs and stuff like that, they say, your video has been taken down.
Well, we're going to find out now, won't we? I saw another channel do that. That's the only reason I do it.
Yeah, I know. I sometimes wonder how Valric does it without getting, like, They are blenders indeed, Lars. Yeah, like I said, just 3 of them took out my squad of bikers, no problem.
They are horrible.
I was just like, 28 wounds? He's like, yeah, you want to roll for it? I'm like, no, I'll just pull them.
Right? Don't even worry about it.
He's like, you have 28 5-ups to make. What?
I'm just going to take my all the models off my board now.
Even the ones over here, but they're nowhere near the fight.
That's okay. They're dead.
And that's my response to be like the Tau shooting phase. I'm just going to go ahead and take all my models off the board.
Congratulations, you win. Bye. Anybody see my car keys?
But dude, this box set looks pretty epic. I love Valkyries. I've loved Valkyries ever since Lars pulled his first Sisters of Battle models out of his box. And the fact that the new Valkyries are coming in, not Valkyries, what are they called? I forget their name every time. Are they Valkyries? Shit, I don't remember. But yeah, those new flying jetpack models look amazing. The sister, Repentia Superior, with the big ass whip there, God, that looks cool. She definitely looks like she can whip it good. Seraphim. I get that name wrong so often. And actually, I usually say the right name when we're playing, but for some reason on the live channel, I always say the wrong name.
Interesting. Yeah, gorgeous stuff, man. Just beautiful models, dude.
God, Zane.
What is he saying now?
It's Anyways, Zane says he wants a whipping from her. I'm inclined to agree. Although she's got one of those like old school Sisters of Battle faces, the really stern kind of faces. I am probably going. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I really, really want some more feminine looking faces for my Sisters of Battle, and I'm probably gonna go third party. So if you guys know any bit makers who make some really good, soft, feminine faces for me to put on these Sisters of Battle, hit me up. Let me know. Because I definitely like taking, doing bits conversions and stuff like that.
You don't think they're feminine enough?
Soft, feminine-looking Sisters of Battle.
You don't think they're feminine enough?
Holy crap! $350 for the sisters. For
the box? Are you serious?
Oh, $250.
Oh,
that's not very many models. I'm hoping you're wrong, my man. Paint with Penny. Good morning.
Wow.
Good to see you.
I'm almost scared now because we may. Everybody behave. Everyone behave, please.
Oh yes, Zane, please. We have a new friend in the chat.
He's already so. Jesus.
Can we dial back a notch? You don't want to scare away new friends.
Someone please.
Or old friends.
So help, please.
And the tone to answer is always the same: kill a Xenos or heretic, forever offense in chat and channel. So I have to wipe the field solo, one versus an army, and still in debt.
Oh my god. Well,
that's crazy.
It was great having Painting with Penny on the chat for the few minutes that they were here. So,
oh man, I see your logic there, Big D, but I just really hope you're wrong. I just don't want Sisters to be that expensive.
I know he was talking about the other game boxes too. Yeah, Eldar. Yep,
yeah,
the
Eldar
is $230, and I mean, yeah, that's a good chunk of change.
And he did one thing I thought was interesting was that he mentioned them being split faction, but if you were playing Ynnari, they're the same faction.
Right.
I think they're meant to be Ynnari focused.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you're wrong, Big D. I'm just praying that you're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a lot of minis for
I
that
love that
cost.
he keeps putting in the chemical composition of salt. I've been seeing it throughout the chat, and it's been amusing me, but just to see it keep getting spammed, hilarious. You know what? For our brother Gamecraft Dragon, my man, spin that salt gif.
I've been looking for it the whole time. I don't know what the heck I did with it. Ah, here it is. Yep. Let's bring it up.
Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? I'm looking like a true survivor.
Yeah, so why did Penny leave? Really?
Huh?
Wizard Zane says, why did Penny leave? I wanted to be friends. Why did she leave me? Just didn't understand me. No one understands me. This isn't Quitter Zane saying this. Why did she leave me? I was being so friendly.
Lady Dragon plays Eldar Andrew Kari. This is Salt. Oh God. Play nice. Play nice, say. Gosh, play nice, say.
Oh. Wait, no one understands the struggle. All I wanted was them feet pics.
I'm glad you stuck around.
I'm the voice inside his head right now. So no one understands the struggle. Chaplain emo. No one. I don't even understand the struggle. Because the struggle is real. Am I real?
Did you show the close-ups of the models in the box, brother?
Yep.
You just happen to see the
Yeah.
flagellants.
Yeah.
Those flagellants are crazy looking, man.
Is that
Like,
nuts?
I want them for my sisters. The little undead looking guys. Go back.
Yep. Tell me what to do. Boom. Where is it? Sha-na-na-na-na-na.
Freak, this is all your fault.
What? Wait, what? Why?
No, the fact that I'm sitting here painting the inside of a cockpit. No,
All right, yeah.
This is you.
I'll
This
take the
is
blame
you.
for that.
No, go down to the close-ups. That's the big thing.
Okay. Oh my God. Go down to close-ups. Why you always gotta be mean to me? You always dress me up as a
I'll give you
mailman.
close-ups.
All right, let's see here. What are they? Ooh, those are evil. Man.
Like, I want them in my army because of how great they were when Lars blended me. They were pretty awesome. And those look okay. Those look like interesting, kind of cool.
Mhm.
This next one just looks super undead.
This one just looks ridiculous. This is a scary nightmare kind of thing.
So I mentioned Big D was like, man, I want to, Lady Dragon plays both Eldar and Dark Eldar, so I need this box. He says, I'm going to have her start a live stream of brush licking for tips to pay for that box.
You kidding me? She'll be rich. Holy cow. Just throw it on Patreon. $1 a lick? Oh, you
For the
kidding
behind
me?
the scenes, like you give like a 30-second clip, and then it's like,
Yeah.
for the behind the scenes compilation of the full 15 minutes of brush licking, you can join our $19.99 Patreon tier.
Lick,
Genius, you should do it. That thing right there, that is so crazy looking.
Yeah, it is. It's weird because it's just coming right out of the arms.
I'm actually tempted to, in this case, unless I got the box set and I got them for free, for my, like, I already want to use the toughest girls in the galaxy brand for the Repentia. I think I also may want to look for a different model to use for my flagellants because this model right here in particular, I'm just not crazy about.
Really?
And by the way,
you're not crazy?
if
What
you
don't
are,
like about it?
if you, this one right here, do the if you can get kind of a close up on her face. This is kind of why I want to find a softer, more feminine model for that face. Just because, I mean, I love everything about the model, just not as thrilled about her face. So I might use like the Sisters of Silence models are kind of feminine looking.
I mean, it's realistic. You're talking about a hard, battle-hardened woman.
It is absolutely realistic, and I totally get it. I just don't personally.
Yeah, you like the aesthetics pleasing.
Like a softer, looking face.
Running Bear, you have a good night, my man. Thanks for coming by.
Good night, my brother, my man. If you giggle a little bit, like myself, the immature kind of guy that I am, every time somebody says flagellants and possibly wonder what flagellants mean, not flatulence, flagellants. It is no.
Oh.
A flagellant is
the whip,
a person who subjects themselves or others to flogging, either as a religious discipline, like the Sisters of Battle here, or for sexual gratification.
Okay, not creepy at all.
So beat me, whip me,
make me write bad checks.
So yeah, people who whip themselves for repentance. You got it, Zane.
How about them apples? All right, who's next?
Let's see. Have a great night and get a game in at least once this weekend, all of you. Man, I will certainly try. Actually, so we don't actually have a game scheduled, but Freak is coming over for a friendly painting session tomorrow. That'll be cool.
Yep.
This rumor engine, I don't know what you guys think. I think it looks kind of Imperial Guard-ish.
I think so.
Maybe something Aeronautica for that Aeronautica game. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, those are big
That's
Bombs.
the vibe I'm getting, is something Imperial Guard and something Aeronautica.
You don't think it could be orcish, huh?
Yeah, the guy from the Da Vinci Code was also a flagellant in that way. Someone who whipped themselves for repentance. There's also, lots of a trope in a lot of movies and stuff like that of where people will take a razor blade and cut themselves every time they sin. Some people burn themselves. Sigmar dwarves. That's interesting. Oh yeah, because they got the whole steampunk aerial thing going on.
Oh yeah, good point.
It was a big thing during the plague. Pretty knowledgeable of you, Zane, although definitely something an Inquisitor would know.
Indeed.
They beat the hell out of themselves with the Cat o' Nine Tails. That Damien is from the old Inquisitor game. They were larger scale models. Damien? That Mr. Damien?
Dacian Advil.
That's a really, really awesome model. And this is another one. Like, I love that sword. The hammer's pretty awesome. The armor's awesome. This is one of the reasons why I want to play Sigmarines, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome.
That is.
I really love that sword. I want to use that for one of my armies. It looks almost Masters of the Universe.
Ooh.
You know, like the old Dolph Lundgren movie?
Yep.
It looks very Masters of the Universe. By the way, if you guys are old enough to remember that movie fondly, let me know down in the comments below. That's one of those, like, if you watch it now and you don't have any nostalgia for it, it's a terrible, terrible movie. But if you watched it at the time, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I'm always, even though I know it's horribly acted and way off script, I'm always going to remember that movie fondly. Even when I watch it now, I guess I'm just hit with that nostalgia every time I watch it. Actually, to this day, even when I eat ribs, I always think about one of the beginning scenes when they first get transported to Earth and they capture a bucket of ribs. I've always wanted to go to a place with a bucket of ribs, like in Masters of the Universe.
That'd be amazing.
Anyways, they steal a bucket of ribs and they're all eating it. And they're like, this food is delicious here on this planet. What is this? And they're all eating it. They're all loving it. And the dad, man-at-arms, the old grizzled veteran, he's like, oh, it's a rib bone. And everybody's like, ew, and throws it down. It's like, oh, these people are such barbarians. He's like, he tosses down his rib bone and picks up one of the ribs somebody else drops, like, man's got to eat. I think of that anytime I'm eating ribs. I'm like, it's a rib bone. Man's got to eat. Frank Langella as Skeletor. He was a good Skeletor. I'm probably butchering the name, though. You can delay your execution by sending me feet pics. You guys realize how much money y'all would get on your Patreon for a pick a week? Nah, nowadays they got wiki feet, bro. They got wiki feet.
All right. I don't know, man. We may have to actually crank up the salt for this one.
Kickstarting your Ynnari collection. So I wanted to see the different models that come in. And, you know, like I said, I've got some Eldar from Darklight Dreamer. It's still his. I'm just holding on to him at the moment. I'm inheriting some Dark Eldar. So, you know, this might be a good supplement for me to have a nice little, you know, Ynnari force going on. That'd be kind of cool. What? How have I not heard of that? I don't know. Rosanna Pansino references it in her video sometime because her and her friends, like iJustine and some of the other girls she does videos with, at first she was like, oh my God, somebody posted a picture of me on WikiFeet. And then now they joke about it sometimes. So when she and some of the other girls are on, it's like, you know, oh, check out these shoes or whatever. They're like, there's a picture for WikiFeet. So, you know. Gamecraft Dragon says, I'll let Lady D know. She does have cute toes. So we're looking at the stratagem here called United in Death. Use a stratagem at the start of the fight phase and select one reborn Astriani and Harlequins or reborn Drukhari in your army until the end of the phase. Add one for the attack characteristic of models while they have while they are drawing strength from death. That's pretty cool. That's 2 CP for 1 hit. Seems like not a lot, though.
Yeah, then there's this one, Inevitable Fate.
Okay, good.
Okay, it's a Inari stratagem. So the Inari no. Okay, who cares? Use this stratagem at the start of the fight phase. Select one enemy unit until the end of that phase. When resolving an attack made with a melee weapon by an Inari unit from your army against that unit, you can re-roll the wound roll.
Ooh, re-rolling wound rolls is awesome.
But it is expensive. 2 CP for that. Huh. And it's just for that.
You know, it's not just re-roll ones though. So
right.
it's like
it's any, yeah.
Re-rolling all wounds is
Right.
pretty big. There's lots of things in the game that let you re-roll to hit.
Right.
Not a lot of things that let you re-roll to wound. So that's pretty good.
And then you have the strengths from death. When a unit is destroyed, units from your army with this ability draw strength from death until the end of the turn. If a unit is drawing strength from death, that unit fights first in the fight phase, even if it did not charge. The enemy has units that have charged or that have an ability that allows them to fight first in the fight phase, then alternate choosing units to fight with, starting with a player whose turn is taking place. When resolving an attack made with a melee weapon by a model that is drawing strength from death, that made a charge more than move this turn or has another ability that allows it to fight first in the fight phase, add 1 to the hit roll.
That's pretty awesome. So it looks like, again, Gamecraft Dragon is not pleased with the price. $230 for this box we're looking at.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
it looks like they're really doing the complete rework of the whole Soul Burst type abilities with the power from death. That's really interesting.
I think they're cool looking though. They are cool looking.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. I don't know about the price though. You know But
oh yeah, of course. You know, but since I never really thought about playing Eldar before, but since I have, I'm going to be having some Eldar and Dark Eldar, and I've always loved the Ynnari Triumvirate. You know, it's looking more and more like some kind of cool future project for me to have, especially since like I've just got, Darklight's Eldar just going to waste here. You know, like do something cool with them. Ancestor Grace has a warp value of 5 if mana says to select one Ynnari unit within 18 inches. Till the start of your psychic phase, roll when resolving an attack, re-roll hit rolls of 1. Okay, that's pretty cool. Like a free captain ability.
Yeah.
Soul Burst in 7th edition was mean as hell. Absolutely. And the Ynnari can't use either of the name figures. What? Oh, that's crazy. But can you ally all 3 of them in then? Can you Eldar, Dark Eldar, Ynnari? So, you could do your Ynnari thing, but then you could also have, separate factions like a patrol detachment with each of the name characters. Can you do that? This is just a cool looking model. Brother Tom is a friend of the channel. Hell Works by Hellchild. You may have seen his theme song and opening that Freak put up on his extended 3 hobbies video. And he said he'd like to do a Night Lord on Juggernaut with this figure right here. I think that'd be a badass conversion.
Indeed.
Yeah, you can make a super army. So that'd be cool. It wouldn't be a huge investment, Big D, to just do a patrol of Dark Eldar and a patrol of Craft Worlds, and then you get your name characters, and then you can go mostly Ynnari. That'd be cool. That's such a cool. I mean, I'm not interested in undead stuff, but I'm just saying that the figure itself looks cool.
It reminds me a lot of World of Warcraft. The undead.
Oh yeah, it really does.
Yeah, Steed. That was so cool. I like that. I like that model. Man.
Yeah, that does give me some pretty hardcore WoW vibes.
Yeah, it does. Man, that's just so cool.
Especially since we were just talking about Skeletor a minute ago.
Right?
Even Elstadation says a Night Lord's Juggernaut with that would be awesome. I think that'd be a badass conversion. So, Thomas, my man, you got to do it now.
Yeah, right?
He says the more he sees of this new skeletal army, the more it quote unquote tickles his funny place, which gives him the conversion ideas.
Ooh.
This is probably not the best audience to use that particular phrasing. That's just how he describes, the urge he gets to convert something.
Indeed. Pickle in the pickle. What?
Guys, I'm really, really stoked with the way this Xiphon is coming out. Should I give away a nicely painted Plague Marine if I get 25 subs? That would be really cool. Guys, if you are interested in seeing some pretty cool PlayStation VR stuff or other PlayStation game stuff, including like some cool, trick shots in first-person shooters and stuff like that, or good compilation videos from some first-person shooters, definitely go check out Inquisitor Zane's channel. Some of the stuff he posts there is just like really cool to watch. There's also some kind of funny moments of like, hilariously unhelpful members of his team sometimes, or chat between some people that are on his team with people just running their mouths. It's funny because things like Battlefield, Call of Duty, we always joke about how 13-year-olds are playing this game and being better at it than some of us in some cases. He's even got some on there where just like kids on his team chatting are just hilariously mouthy.
Good night, Clay Dog.
Pretty good, fun content. Later, Clay Dog, my man. Thank you so much for sharing some of your awesome art with us on tonight's show, and for dropping in.
Definitely.
You got a sub from the GCD, baby.
But Zane says, now I'm going to have to give away Brian.
Wow. So, yeah, definitely.
Zane, can you go ahead and plug your channel? You can go throw out a link up there.
Well, I mean, anybody can just click on anything he's saying, and
they
get an option to go to channel. The thing is that non-moderators can't post links.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, wait, I'm not a moderator either because I'm under my personal account.
Wait, why?
I'm under my personal account, the Mythos Kushernada account.
Oh, you can get in there under the Frost and Fist.
Well, I mean, during the show, I'm in here on my.
Oh, on Whereby, yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right, what's the next?
That's everything, Bubba.
That's all the news bits. Awesome. Awesome.
All the diddly bits.
Man, we had some crazy stuff tonight. I think the hobby update by itself, man, things went really off the rails, but was pretty hilarious.
Yeah. And then, when we started recapping, Lady Dragon's brush licking, and then from there it just went straight out of left field. So, yeah.
I think a lot of things we said tonight took things off the rails.
Yeah, but you know what, though?
Ooh. Hold on. Got another piece for you to pop up.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you're in the chat, too.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let me see. Close that. Okay.
I think we're about to get sent something from the GCD.
Oh. Okay. Let me see here. Alter the Vake. Whoa. Hey now.
Hey now. You're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play.
Very nice. Really nice. Really good.
Let's see the Golden Goose, my man. Oh, cool. That is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that one of the
night? Which night is it? Which night is it there?
Yeah, what's that with the plasma?
No, that is
Yep, it is already 11. Time for us to start winding down. Nina, my friend. Time to light a cigar. I thought the attempted van kidnapping was the most interesting part. I just want to see some Pete with a personal message. That's the Castellian. Okay.
Oh, cool.
That is awesome. So is that that thing that looks like a plasma? I guess that's the really big cannon that destroys like Titans and stuff like that. I own a lot of Knights, but I don't own either of the two giant ones yet. I have 2 Imperial Knights. One is magnetized to be any of the Imperial Knight iterations, and one is a Paladin, I think. And then I have 2 Warglaives, 1 Helverin, and a Tropos. So I've got some. Is it called kidnap? Is it called kidnapping if you're an adult? That's a good point. Oh yeah, there's also. I'm hoping to start a new series called "Watch Me Beat It One-Handed," where I beat Beat Saber videos with one hand.
Be quiet, child.
Coded. I don't think you can do that with one hand. Be quiet, child, and get in the van. Wow.
Can't argue with that.
And Lady D bought me the Apocalypse box. That's awesome.
Nice.
Nina says, well, can't argue with that.
All right, you ready to wrap?
Yep. Any closing thoughts, my brother?
I'm super excited about this week. Going to get, matter of fact, that's going to happen this week, guys. We're going to actually have the new build. I think it's going to start on Tuesday, and will probably be done by Wednesday, Thursday at the latest. So I'm hoping to be back in there maybe by this Friday. I may actually have, it's not going to be quite painted yet. So I don't know. We'll have to see. It might be another week because I want to paint it. I'm going to have the walls nice dark gray, like a smoke gray. And I got to put all my soundproofing stuff over there too. So it's going to be pretty neat. I'm too super excited. I'm hoping to be done by these with these Thunderwolf Cavalry by this week as well. So I don't know. I may bring him with me to the hangout tomorrow. Cool. So might be able to get something done there. And nice. Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked.
Just a man. Sneak peek, guys.
Yep.
This is coming along pretty well. Just switch my camera angle so I can see what I'm doing. That's coming along pretty well, though. Really stoked. Gotten some metallics down. Got some things like the lights down. So it's pretty cool. Got the washes down on the metallics. Tonight I'm going to be airbrushing some energy effects in the after.
Oh, turn robotic there.
Doing some energy.
You just went robotic.
What? Oh, am I back yet? Or am I still robotic?
Yeah, you're in.
Okay. And then I'm waiting to do the lights here and stuff like that until after I airbrush the last cannons in case there's any like overspray and stuff like that. But I think that should be good. But this should be done soon because like I'm doing details now, and then tomorrow when Freak comes over, he's going to show me how to airbrush the canopy, so I can get that the window streak effect, So that'll be pretty awesome. So that should be, and then it's just the base to go. So that should be done and ready to play sometime this week. I'm really, really pleased with the way that like the striping and stuff is going. The triangle marks. I mean, that stuff that I had never thought I could do. Like masking and while airbrushing has always been difficult for me. The only time I've ever been successful is I put a racing stripe down the right side of the body for my Stellan robots. But like I tried to do masking and striping on my Sicaran, and that went horribly awry, and a couple other times it just didn't quite work out. You know, the chain swords to some of my Space Wolves and some other projects where it just didn't go right. But the fact that I actually got some pretty straight looking lines for this project is big to me. So I'm really thrilled with that. And so it'll be nice to have this project finished out by sometime next week. And actually, I'll have my HQ done hopefully by next week.
Nice.
Like I said, that's ready to prime and paint the rider now. The jet's just about done, and then we got a little trim and accoutrement. So I'll have a flyer. I'll have a fast attack, my bike squad. I have an HQ. So, I mean, really getting kind of close to having a playable force. You know, I could either throw in one troops choice and have a patrol detachment ready to go, or I could throw in two more fast attack and have an outrider. So it's getting close to a playable force, guys. Now, I feel like I've done things out of order and a little disproportionately because I have like a 500-point list right now that includes a Xiphon Interceptor, but I just painted it up because it looks cool, not because I'm not trying to power game anybody or anything like that. Not that I even think I could power game anybody with a list with like no troops and one Xiphon Interceptor, but it's really just because I wanted to paint up something that looks cool. Let's see, how to pick up chicks 101. There's one-handed mode. How to pick up chicks 101. Get in the effing van. Works on 100% of the time if you have a gun on you. Nina says, yeah, I always get my candy when I have my gun on me too. He says, well, dang. Really, yeah, guys, definitely. Freak and I are both marksman enthusiasts, and we both know how to rock the sidearm, and you can definitely bet that's a skill he passed on to his family, guys. I ain't messing with that. You can have the candy, the van.
He's a better shot than I am.
Huh?
Yeah, he's a better shot than I am.
You know, most ladies are, you know, because of the double the connective tissue between both sides of their brain. Big love to everyone. The video this week will be an editorial type. That'll be interesting.
That is cool.
And I'm definitely coming back to finish the rest of that live stream, Big D. So definitely, again, I know everybody who's here probably already watches it, but I definitely want to refer people over to his Big Tuesday live chats because they are awesome.
Amazing. Man.
And all of his other videos too.
And you get to see some amazing brush licking.
Definitely. Thanks to everyone who came out tonight.
Absolutely.
Gamecraft Dragon. Of course, Nina, thanks for sticking with the rest of the show. Zane, of course, keeping it tight. Big D, my man. And also from, you know, over there, laying down, but still somewhat hanging out. Shout out to Lady Dragon. Archer, of course, always, you know, great to have in the chat. It says it doesn't seem like it should be 11 already. X-Gear Commander, always good to see you. He says, is it time to light up a cigar? Absolutely, man. We're closing it out.
Yep. Light it up.
Of course, Running Bear, it was awesome having you. Clay Dog, it was great having you. Paint with Penny. This was awesome having you.
It was an honor. Hope we didn't run you off.
Lars, my man, it was great that we were talking about some Sisters of Battle stuff, and we had the best Sisters of Battle player I know in the chat with us. We had Darklight Dreamer, who was there for a lot of our D&D recap, which was epic. It was great to have the amazing GM, Game Master himself in the game with us. We got one more episode to do to wrap up his D&D game with the Final Fantasy style. And we're bouncing back and forth between arcs, between our Game Masters. So that way the Game Masters can stay fresh, prep the game, stuff that they want to happen. And they all, the big thing is that they all get time to play, right? Because sometimes when you're just GMing all the time, you're like, man, I wish I was in the game, you know? So this gives everybody a chance to play. So we're going back to Brother Atlas's game after the next episode, so that'll be fun. Definitely both games really equally badass and enjoyable. Of course, Tonk Dog Scale Model Freak, Brother Brian. Good to have you in the chat, my man. And we're looking. Of course, Elstonation. I mean, can't forget Elstonation. The man, the myth, the legend. And what I really love tonight is that not only was Elstonation in the chat, but also contributed, built on, extended his own 100% true Elstonation fact of this week. That's pretty epic. That is really epic. That's 10 out of 10. As that's as far back as I can go. I know Dave was in the chat earlier today, but But yeah, thanks to everybody who's joining us. Thanks to everybody who's watching us again. Quality brush licks. Scrubbing metallics off of our brushes with our tongues.
Indeed.
If you're watching us on the archive, thanks for joining us. Let's see. One last scan through. Booyah! How to get candy 101. Let's see. Tuesdays, 7:30 Central Time, U.S. Central Time to 9 o'clock U.S. Central Time on the Gamecraft Dragons for their Tuesday live chat. Zane's they do some Marksman too, but a bullet's a bullet, and I don't want to die. You right. Elstadacia's a good show, guys. I'm here to help. Thank you so much, my brother. Guys, if you guys like tonight's episode, then grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Drop some comments down below if you're watching from the archives. Feel free to be part of any of these ridiculous conversations. And guys, head on over to our Patreon if you feel like anything over there might be of interest to you. Just gotta take a look around.
Yeah,
and
poke.
if you guys
Just start poking around, poke.
are not subscribed to the channel,
Use the rod. The rod. Yeah.
D&D Freakolicioso.
Oh, yeah.
And your wolf brother would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fist. Until next time, guys.
Stay frosty.